Let's turn to France, where Emmanuel Macron's bill to regulate Islamist extremism has caused quite a storm, even before it is tabled. Protests were held in Paris on Sunday by activists and French Muslims. They fear the bill could turn all French Muslims into potential suspects. But what really is this bill about? Why was it necessary? When will it be introduced? And what are the concerns of the French government and the French Muslims? Here's all that you need to know.
The City of Love witnessed a peaceful demonstration on Valentine's Day. Several activists rallied in Paris to demand the withdrawal of a bill aimed at rooting out Islamist extremism. A bill which they say could trample on religious freedom and turn all French Muslims into potential suspects.
Le projet de loi tend à finalement criminaliser, en tout cas rendre suspect, tout citoyen de confession.
This bill tends to criminalize, or at least render suspicious, all Muslim citizens due to their practice, which makes it a law of exception inside the Republic.
Vraiment s'inquiéter de ce qui est en train de se passer.
This law is not made like the government suggests to fight against violence. They said it themselves. They want to limit Muslim practice.
The protests came right ahead of a legislative debate on the draft bill, which is expected to win approval in both houses of the French Parliament on Tuesday. But what exactly is the bill about? Called the Law of Freedom, the draft bill was introduced in December 2020 after a string of Islamist terror attacks across France, including the gruesome killing of middle school teacher Samuel Paty in Paris and the beheading of a churchgoer in Nice. The purpose of the bill is to arm France against radicalism. It targets homeschools, mosques and associations that promulgate an ideology running contrary to French values. It will clamp down on homeschooling of children that are over 3 years of age, punish doctors who provide virginity certificates to Muslim women, make hate speech a punishable offense with 3 years of imprisonment and a fine of 45,000 euros, refuse residency permit for immigrants practicing polygamy, increase penalties or simply shut down places of worship found peddling hate, prohibit religious symbols like the hijab in all public and private sector jobs, and control the foreign funding of Islamic institutes and associations in France. The French government argues that the bill is needed to protect French values of secularism and gender equality, but those who attended the protest on Sunday said the bill stigmatizes Islam. The majority of French Muslims do not espouse extremist views. This includes Hanan Louikili, the co-founder of a school that was shut down in December over charges of separatism.
I think we were accused of being separatists because an example needed to be made. Because the government said that they were looking at closing some associations or some schools who might be linked with radicalization. And they didn't succeed. We were an easy prey, simply because we were transparent and they were aware of our financial fragility. That's the first thing.
France has suffered due to Islamic extremism more than any European country. It needs to take tough measures to rein in radicals. At the same time, it must ensure that progressive French Muslims do not become collateral damage. In an election year, President Macron must get the balance right. His bill and its implementation may well provide a playbook to the West on dealing with radicalism. Bureau Report, WION. World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.